What's up, guys? These past 2 weekends, I've gone yard selling with my mom. She checks the apps and stuff like that, and they give descriptions. So I told her if you ever see something that I might be interested in, let me know. So last week, she said, "Hey, there's one that has books and games and stuff like that." and when we went, they had like two puzzles and a couple of random books and some junk. So we didn't get nothing. But on the way home, we did see an estate sale sign, so we pulled over and checked it out, and they had VHS tapes. So I bought a couple. I don't have a whole lot. I remember going to a thrift store maybe like a year and a half ago, and I bought some VHS tapes from there because they were like 50 cents each. Bunch of Disney clamshell style ones. So I have a whole bunch of those, and that's the extent of my VHS collection. So when I seen these, I said, I'll pick up a couple, and in the future, if I see any other VHS tapes that I remember watching growing up, I'll pick those up as well. So I paid 50 cents a piece, and I got two books today for this week's little yard sale haul. I spent a total of $6, so not a whole lot these past 2 weeks. Let me show you what I picked up. Here is Jumanji. Freaking fun little movie, one of my favorites. I remember when I went, they had a bunch of people like working. One lady gave me a price of 50 cents each. And I went to pay the guys like $1.25 each. I was like, hey, the lady just told me 50 cents. So we honored the price. So I paid $4. Here is Independence Day, another fun movie I'll watch whenever it's on. Here's the back of it. Here is Men in Black, another movie I remember watching growing up a whole bunch. One of my favorites. If this is on, I'll watch it. Here's the back. Now this one, I don't remember watching it as much. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Just don't remember watching it as much as the first one. That is Men in Black #2. So that's that, the first little set here. And then bust out the other four. Here is Jurassic Park, another favorite. And it's another movie where I watched this one a whole bunch, but not the others. Here's the back. Here's Raiders of the Lost Ark, movie probably you guys all seen before. Here is the back of it. One of my mom's favorite movies, that is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Now, I remember watching the one with what's the name, Jamie Foxx. I didn't like it. I watched maybe like 25-30 minutes. I couldn't get into it. If you've seen that one, if it was good, let me know. Maybe I could go back and watch it. Maybe we're just having a bad day, just couldn't get into it. But I don't remember really liking it. After 25-30 minutes, like I said, I turned it off and I never went back to it. So yeah, let me know. And here's Kindergarten Cop, another one of my mom's favorites. Maybe because of Arnold, I don't know. This is a fun little movie. And yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. For movie wise, and I got two books from today. I paid $1 each. The first one, they're both Calvin Hobbes. The first one is the 10th anniversary book. Let me put this one down. Check it out. Let me show you a little bit of artwork. Here we go. We'll do another page just for fun. We'll go to that one. Don't know what's on it. And then, last but not least, we have Calvin Hobbes. This is It's a Magical World. Here's the cover. We'll flip open to 2 pages. And we'll wrap it up. So, hey guys, that's what I got for you. 2 weekends, total of $6, some VHS tapes, and some books. What's up, guys? So I watched 3 movies and a documentary. I'll talk about the documentary first. The one I watched was the Bob Ross documentary on Netflix, and I really enjoyed it. But to be honest with you guys, I was hoping for some dirt on Bob Ross. I was like, man, the guy we see on TV is not who he really is. We're going to find out he's a jackass, he's a druggie. We're going to find out some type of dirt on him. But that never happens. Basically, the guy you see on TV is who he really is. Just this nice, sweet, caring, loving guy. He just loves painting, and all he wants is for other people to fall in love with painting the same way he did. So yeah, basically just the nicest guy. We also learned how he started his TV show. This couple ends up helping him, and it goes on for 20 plus seasons, I believe. I didn't know it went on that long. I was pretty surprised. I thought it was just a couple of years, but for 20 plus seasons, damn. We also find out how his wife passes away from cancer. So does Bob Ross. And it reminds me of the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton. The same way Michael Keaton hustles these guys out of McDonald's, the same thing happens with Bob Ross and his family. There was a black stain on Bob Ross, though. He did cheat on his wife, so there's a little dirt on him. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I recommend it to you guys. If you get a chance to watch it, I say go ahead and give it a go. Now, the movies I watched, the first one I watched is called The Best of Enemies, and it stars Taraji P. Henson and Sam Rockwell. Now, what happens is there's this school where all the African Americans kids go to, and it catches fire, and a lot of the classrooms were damaged. So the parents want their kids to be able to go to white schools to finish off the school year, but the white parents aren't having it. So they have this thing called a charrette, and that's where Taraji P. Henson, who plays a black activist, comes into play, and Sam Rockwell, who plays a Klan leader, comes to play. And what the charrette is, they have a group of, I believe, 8 people to each side, and they got to come to some type of solution, right? They talk about it, they have debates, why the kids should go or shouldn't be able to go to the white schools. Sam Rockwell tells them, well, we'll give you books and we'll give you this. Just keep your kids over there. Taraji P. Henson and her group isn't having it. They really want the kids to be able to go to the white schools because they're saying, even if you give us this type of stuff, our kids are going to be breathing in all this junk, and our buildings are dangerous because they could be collapsing on the kids at any time. So that's basically what these groups are doing. They're just battling it out, trying to come to some type of solution. There is a cool twist at the end. I don't want to give it away. At the end credits, though, I do like that the 2 characters that these guys portray are in it, because it's based on a true story. And Sam Rockwell's character, he ends up passing away a few years after the movie was made. And Taraji P. Henson, the person she plays, ends up giving the eulogy at his funeral, which I thought was pretty damn cool. But the movie itself, though, it drags on quite a bit. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, a little too long. I thought they could finish it in maybe an hour and a half. So because of that, I give it a 6.5 out of 10, just because there was some points where it gets kind of boring. Once again, they just need to shorten it at least 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, because it was way too long. So once again, 6.5 out of 10. On to the next movie I watched is News of the World, I believe it's called, starring Tom Hanks. It takes place, I think, 5 or 6 years after the Civil War. And Tom Hanks goes from town to town, and basically he'll get a little room, charge people a dime. You could go inside, relax, chill, and he'll give you a bunch of stories of what's going on in the world. And one day on his way to one of these towns, he sees a wagon. It's busted up. It's a dead person. And there's this white girl who is stranded there, but she was captured by Indians, so she thinks she's an Indian. So there's this group of soldiers that are kind of coming his way. He kind of weighs them down and is like, hey, what do I do with this girl? You guys need to take her so she gets somewhere safe. They basically tell him, no, that's not going to happen. We're too busy. Take her to this town and they'll be able to help you there. So he takes this girl there, and once again, they tell him, look, you can leave her here. She's going to be alone for a few months before we can even get to her. Or we can give you information to where her relative lives and you can take her there yourself. So he ends up doing that. There's a lot of stuff that happens in between. And overall, though, I really enjoyed it. I give it a 7 out of 10. There was a few parts were a little dumb. Like there's this part where there's a sandstorm. This girl has a big blanket, so she covers herself. And Tom Hanks loses sight of her. And all of a sudden, he sees her, and she's talking to this tribe of Indians that's kind of riding by on horses and walking. And all of a sudden, they just give her a horse, and they just let her go. That was a little weird, because if you see her, she's dressed like a normal white girl. She has like on a dress and stuff. So that was a little weird. And then there's this part where the wagon breaks down, and it's right by where she was taken from her family. That was a little dumb as well. But 7 out of 10, had a little bad spots here and there, but I enjoyed it overall. But the best movie I watched out of the 3 was Cruella. It's the Disney movie. You watch 101 Dalmatians. It's the live action. The soundtrack to this movie is great. If you like music, I highly recommend this movie just because of all the music in the movie. It was really good. The movie itself was good. The acting I liked. The story we get of how she became Cruella, how she ends up kind of liking these Dalmatians, or not liking, but you know how she dislikes the Dalmatians, how she ends up losing her mom, and just the story itself was pretty good. So I highly recommend Cruella. I give it a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. Really liked it. Once again, if you like music, watch it just because the soundtrack is pretty damn good. So that's all I got for you guys. Peace.